Dan Zakrzewski, Outkick coach. You just talked about, what a massive weekend this is, obviously, for women's basketball, women's sports in general. One of the major issues facing women's sports right now is the discussion topic about the inclusion of transgender athletes, biological males, in women's sports. I was wondering if you would tell me your position on that issue.
Damn, you got deep on me, didn't you? I'm under the opinion of if you're a woman, you should play. If you consider yourself a woman and you want to play sports or vice versa, you should be able to play. That's my opinion. You want me to go deeper?
Do you think transgender women should be able to participate
That's your question
in
you
college
want
basketball?
me to ask. You want to ask, so I'll give you that. Yes. So now the barnstorm of people are going to flood my timeline and be a distraction to me on one of the biggest days of our game. And I'm okay with that. I really am.
Welcome back, villagers, to another episode of Hugh Tran, the Insurance Man. I am not a fan of gotcha moment. And I do understand we all have our opinions of whether a man, biological man, should stay away from women's sports because women endure enough. The last thing we want is cheaters claiming that they're a woman, join a women's sport, and what happened? Take all the titles, get all first place, when scientifically a biological man is stronger, faster. I'm not saying this because I hate on women. I don't. It's just facts. We talk about science. If you have what? If you have two X chromosome, what does that make you? You're a woman. If you have an X and a Y, then you're a man. It's very simple, but because of the darling of the government, the deep state, they want to manipulate the transgender community, using the transgender community for their own political gains, and that's unfortunate. I really hope the real transgender community will stand up and be the voice for our children. Leave our children alone. You can be whoever you want to be as long as you're happy. That's your business. But you cannot force children into becoming something that they're too young to understand. I'm very against poisoning our youth. If you watch our channel, you're fully aware that I'm 100% for free thinkers and truth seekers. We cannot poison our youth. Do whatever you want to do. Be whoever you want to be. As long as you're happy, we're happy. But leave children alone. And I'm not appreciative of this damn person because he made a post on X, aka Twitter, and it's circulating 22, almost 30 million views. And he asked Coach Dawn Staley a question that shouldn't have asked because she's getting ready for the championship, and you're here trying to get her into answering a gotcha question. Of course, he asked, what is her support? Transgender women, biological males playing women's college basketball, and of course, she's have to answer in a way that she won't get attacked by the transgender community, our fake politicians, the deep state, and everybody on the far left, because they will attack her if she answers something wrong. Of course, anyone with common sense, we are fully supporting women doing women's sports. And a biological man, just because you feel like you want to be a woman, you cannot join the sports and take everything away from hard-working women. You can't do that. It's unfair. And that's just science. I'm not hating on the community, so please don't try to cancel me, YouTube. I'm just spitting facts. But that's unfortunate. But then he got, his followers are growing because he made a pretty viral tweet. And for me, I'm not okay with that. Because if you're going to ask a coach who won 3 championships about basketball, then I'm all for that. But you bring a topic that shouldn't have asked into, an awesome moment for Coach Don Staley. So I'm not cool with that, but we all have opinion. Let me know in the comment section how you feel, and I do understand what she should have said. She should have said what I'm saying, facts, but she can't say what she really wanted to say because she don't want to get fired. And I know, my villagers, you might say I'm a coward. She's a coward for not answer it correctly. But if you need to do what you gotta do to put, food on your family table, you need a job, you have to watch what you say, because the cancel culture, the transgender mob, they're pretty powerful because they're the darling right now of government. And eventually they wake up and realize that our government are using transgender community for their own agenda. That's just how governments are. But you do you, and I'm sharing you my humble opinion. Back to the game, so Iowa lost to South Carolina. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But before we get there, I want to bring up a topic where Miss Lynette Woodard, she spoke about Caitlin Clark breaking her record, but in a way, she didn't really recognize Caitlin Clark for breaking her record. That's the thing about women, man. They have this crazy jealousy in their DNA, and maybe that's how sports athletes are. But I've noticed there's a pattern because there's a lot of WNBA right now. They're hating on Caitlin Clark. What did Caitlin Clark do? To be honest with you, I'm only watching WNBA is because of Caitlin Clark. But so far, when I research, she hasn't said anything wrong toward the black community. Why are they hating her so much? Did Caitlin Clark flaunt flaws and cry victimhood? I don't think she did, but if she did, let me know in the comment section. I would love to dig up whatever dirt that Caitlin Clark is hiding, because I would like to know. But so far, you guys, villagers, I've seen immense hate from the black community toward Caitlin Clark, and I'm still puzzled. I want to know why. So if you know why, let me know in the comment section, because Hugh Tran, the insurance man, I appreciate you, and I would love to learn. But, this is what Lynette Woodard had to say about Caitlin Clark. Take a look.
I am the hidden figure, but no longer now. My record was hidden from everyone for 43 years. 43 years. I don't think, I'll just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. I don't think my record has been broken because you can't duplicate what you're not duplicating. And so unless you come with a men's basketball and a 2-point shot, hey, but just for you, so you can understand, so you can help me spread that word.
Ooh, that wasn't good. It make you look bad. If you are considered an OG, play in the 80s, and you know how hard the game is, and you know how hard for fans to actually watch WNBA, then you should be fully aware Caitlin Clark is making WNBA relevant again. Of course, if you listen to Jemele Hill, she always talk about race, and she is a full-blown hater. Not a big fan of her because all she talk about is black. And it's crazy because she doesn't even think that she is stirring up the race card, but everything will come out of her mouth, it's stirring up hatred, within the black community, and it's unfortunate. But check out this tweet, what she had to say. What a brutal call. That was awful. Everyone's gonna cry about that call. In my previous video, I mentioned that already. But Jemele Hill, she's a hater, y'all. I'm sorry if you're a fan of her. Let me know what good thing has she mentioned about white people, or better yet, Caitlin Clark. I haven't heard her say anything positive about Caitlin Clark. She says she's not, attacking Caitlin Clark, but then the sentence afterward, she's defaming Caitlin Clark. She's a bit crazy. And when she made that post, that tweet, people are gonna check her because they know if you're if you're a basketball head, you're fully aware that, hey man, that's a legitimate foul. It's a moving screen. But of course, you can say, I didn't say it did, but it's still bad. Unless old girl from Iowa had to be put in a stretcher as a result, there was just no need to make that call. Oh, come on, Jemele Hill, why are you doing that? It doesn't end there, you guys. She continues. She's crazy. Of course, Miss Victimhood Card, Angie Reese, had to tweet this, and she said, I've typed up so many things and I just hit delete about 6 times already. Retweet, because they agreed with each other. I knew I wasn't crazy, Jemele Hill. Yeah, you're not crazy. You know exactly what you're doing. You're stirring up hatred. You're making black people hate white people. Because at the end of the day, when somebody is good, that is not have the skin complexions like you, you're gonna hate on that person, right, Jemele Hill? But correct me if I'm wrong. And villagers, if you don't sense this, let me know, because I would love to learn to better myself. But so far, based on what these people are talking about, they're hating on Caitlin Clark, and I'm not okay with that. That's not cool, because Caitlin Clark is gonna bring in million views for WNBA. How do I know? So I have group chats and a bunch of dudes. We talk about football, basketball, and you know what we've been talking about lately? Caitlin Clark. And we actually watch her games. We don't do that to any other sport besides NFL, NBA, sometimes baseball. But we're talking about Caitlin Clark, and that's a fact. But Jemele Hill, she drank too much haterade. And I wish her circle of yes people would let her know, like, hey man, haterade is bad for your health. Gotta let it go and appreciate greatness. Oh, greatness. Hugh Trent Insurance, man, you don't know what greatness is. Well, according to this person by the name of Patrick, and this is what he had to say on his tweet, because tweets are what? Your opinion. And this is what he had to say. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal talent. She will go on to a very distinguished career. But white people need to realize that she is not your great white hope. No championship, no GOAT talk. Gamecocks beat that ass and the ref too. You see, I sent a lot of jealousy and resentment on that opinionated tweet. But I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about all this hatred stirring up toward Caitlin Clark, especially when she didn't use any victimhood card. And there's more to it. I have to bring all this up, you guys, because it's troublesome. And here we have Mr. Darren Smith, what he had to say. You can tell who just started watching women's basketball over the last 2 years. If you really think Caitlin Clark is the GOAT because she scored more points than anyone in basketball, and those who try to do this sports talk as a profession embarrass themselves. That's me. I don't give a shit about any other WNBA players because they're not exciting. They're just not. But when I watch Caitlin Clark, man, she got me feeling like when I watch Stephen Curry. This is how I feel. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get attacked by YouTube community, but a lot of people are tuning in because of Caitlin Clark. The way she carries herself, the way she talk about her teammate, the way she just ready for the moment, and the way she shoot the basket is beautiful, like Stephen Curry. I keep bringing her, comparing her to Stephen Curry because I've been paying attention. I wasn't paying attention before, but man, homegirl can ball without using the victimhood card, and that's even more respect. I know, I'm not hating, but let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because I see a lot of haterade consumer. And that's not all. I'm going to talk all about it because I'm tired of people bullying Caitlin Clark simply because she want to play basketball. This Mr. Have a problem. Caitlin Clark is crying. She's not crying. Now do her how you did Angel Reese. That's crazy, right? That's the kind of hatred that the black community it's stirring up within each other. It's like Angel Reese brought everything upon herself. She wanted all of it, so the world gave her all of it. And when she lost a couple of days ago, instead of stand on it, she cried about it and brought out the victimhood card. So what is going on? Caitlin Clark didn't cry victimhood card, but Angel Reese did. So why are you defending someone that asked for it, got what she asked for, cried about it, and now boo-hoo-hoo because she couldn't stand the heat? She should have get out of the kitchen. So Mr. Have a problem, you have a problem. And that problem is hating on Caitlin Clark. I'm not done yet because these are large following. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on and on because I'm really tired of the black community hate on Caitlin Clark, and it's not fair. And if you think that I hate on the black community, you really got to check yourself, villagers, because I had to say it a couple more times. My aunt was adopted by a beautiful black queen. My sister was adopted by a beautiful black queen. And you know what? They visit during the holiday and we talk and eat, and we welcome them wholeheartedly because they are professors in college that taught my sisters and my aunt how to be a good person. No victimhood, no race card, just treat everyone equally. You want to work hard, and you can be whoever you want to be. But when I see these type of tweets, when I see victimhood card, race card being out by people with large following, it scares me because I can see clearly that these fake influencers, these large followings, people, they're manipulating the black community, make them not be able to do their own thinking. Because when push comes to shove, you bring out the victimhood card and you bring out the race card, it makes you feel safe. Instead of taking accountability and better yourself so that way you can thrive. Man, just imagine that. Unity, and you take accountability and you thrive. You'll be unstoppable. You'll be strong-minded. And that's too powerful for government to control. See what I'm doing there? But Mr. Bishop Talbert Swan, National Championship, Dawn Staley 3, Angel Reese 1, Caitlin Clark 0. What is he trying to do? Caitlin Clark breaking records, and yes, unfortunately, she took Iowa to 2 championships and she did not win. But she didn't cry about it. She felt bad that she couldn't bring the title to Iowa. But did she bring out the victimhood card or the race card? Or did she clown anybody? Or, she made crazy statement and she couldn't stand on it? I don't think so. So, Mr. Bishop, shame on you. That's not all, you guys. I'm going to continue a little bit at LSU, man, what you guys do? Hey, Caitlin, how many national championships did you win at Iowa? 0. You don't need to, step on people when they're down. Remember, you watched my previous video, I mentioned my mother taught me, never look down on people unless your intention is to help them up. So shame on you, LSU capital. Shame on you. Do better. Haterade is bad for your health. But I can see Mr. Bishop, Jamel, and Mr. Problem probably gave you free haterade, so you guys are consuming it. You see what they're doing? Stir up hatred. That's how you stay relevant. Instead of helping people be free thinkers, helping people be truth seekers like Hugh Trent, the insurance man, because you be too smart and no one can control you. I'm talking too much. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that all this is going on, and it's not fair for Caitlin Clark because I've watched the whole game, and now we're going to talk about the game. Sorry it took my villagers this long, but I'm going to talk about the game. Unfortunately, the outcome of the game was 87 South Carolina and 75 Iowa. But it's unfortunate. It was a good game. I'm going to bring up the stats right here. We'll talk about Iowa stats first because Iowa, Caitlin Clark, 30 points, 5 assists, and 8 rebounds. She carried the team. She scored basically almost 50% of the point for Iowa. And I'm not saying the rest of the teammates didn't help, but they did all they could because if you watch, basketball and balls, South Carolina is no scrub. Bro, South Carolina is a pretty damn good team, and they got defense, team chemistry. We level each other up. That's South Carolina. and they have a good coach. Don Slatey can say the wrong thing that made some people mad because she didn't really say, biological male should stay out of women's sports. She can't say that. We all know she can't say that on national TV because the gender community is the darling right now. They're getting used by our government, and it's unfortunate. But she have to say what she have to say with that gotcha from Mr. Dan. And you look at the scoreboard. They started it all they could, man. They played so many minutes, and it's just not. They don't have enough shooting power because South Carolina. Check out their stats too, man. South Carolina came out to ball because everybody, they level each other up. They have minutes, switch in, switch out, sub in, sub out, and they have a very balanced team. Put the victimhood card aside, put the race card aside, and you watch basketball and you love basketball, you're gonna understand South Carolina ain't no scrub. They're dogs. They came to play, and Iowa came to play too. But South Carolina is just a better team. They came to ball and they can rebound, they can shoot. They shoot evenly. It's very balanced. So that's why they came out on top, 87 to 75. And Caitlin Clark did all that she could. And she stand on it. Do you see her cry and bring out the victimhood card? Do you see her make any crazy flaunt remark like what's that lady Andrew Rees did? The darling of the victimhood community. She did it, but yet everybody with large following consumes so much haterade. That's all I can talk about. Do what you did to Andrew Rees to Caitlin Clark. That's ludicrous. Crazy people. Don't think like that. Appreciate good basketball. That's just unfortunate. They lost, and Andrew Rees and Caitlin Clark will be in the NBA. And WNBA draft, and I like I said, me and the boys, a lot of us, we're gonna tune in to watch Caitlin Clark. I will tune in, and that's a fact. And I will make more videos about her. So if you are a fan of Caitlin Clark, subscribe because more videos coming soon. I'm just gonna state facts, and whenever I see victimhood card or race card, I'm gonna call them out. It doesn't matter if you're black, Asian, white, orange, purple. If you hate on another race and bring out victimhood card and cause division, cause hatred, I'm gonna call you out. That's a fact. So stop it. And I'll leave you guys with this too. So after Lynette Woodard, that video surfaced and she got backlash, so she retracted her statement. She had to clarify. And this is what she had to say. To clarify my remarks made at an award ceremony on Saturday. No one respects Caitlin Clark's accomplishment more than I do. This is why I accepted Iowa's invitation to participate in Caitlin's Seniors Day. My message was, a lot has changed on and off the court, which makes it difficult to compare statistical accomplishment from different eras. Each is a snapshot in time. Caitlin holds the scoring record. That's a fact. But she had to clarify, when you speak on about something, chances are the first time is the truth. That's how you feel. But of course, once you hear backlash, you watch it again, like, oh, I better clarify because I don't want the angry mob or cancel culture could you come at me. And that's unfortunate, as an OG. I'm not sure how OGs are, but, in my village, we have a lot of youth. And when they come to me, they ask me, insurance question. They ask me about saving. They ask me about life in general. Because huge trend insurance brand you see now is a lot different from once upon a time. So they ask me about street life. They ask me about gang life. They ask me all those stuff. And I tell them, I say, hey, this is directions that I took. It wasn't the best route. And this is what I learned. Whatever I learned, it helped me be the person I am today. So OGs, original gangster, or, someone that's been in the game longer with more experience, you should guide the next generation and you should level them up, not defame them or not step on them when they're on the ground. Level them up, because at the end of the day, if we level each other up, we will create a better society. And that's a beautiful thing. But Lynette got caught, and of course you have to clarify, to backtrack. But I'm very confident this will clear it up. You know, it's gone with the wind. Because at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark is going to bring million views to WNBA. Whether you hate her or love her, it's happening. So if you haven't hopped on the bandwagon yet, do so, because it's about to go down. And you know, what made me really, really like Caitlin Clark, and I'm gonna tune in, is the way she talk about games is very similar to Stephen Curry. I'll show you what this video will take a look.
Caitlin, on the possession before the offensive foul, can you talk about what you saw on that play and why you decided to make the pass rather than try to score yourself?
Yeah, I think it was 39 seconds was the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. So a 9-second differential, and you know, I let it go down, and I think I started to drive right at about 9 seconds, and Aaliyah Edwards was guarding her, and she was popping straight up to the top of the key, and Aaliyah Edwards completely left her to come double or show on me. So the read is to give the ball up. And, you know, Hannah made a great play. The other two girls helped in. They got a deflection on the ball and just were able to get the ball and call timeout. But, you know, that's the read. I'm giving the ball up 10 times out of 10. There's two people on me. I trust my teammates to make a play. And, you know, UConn just played great defense. But I think the biggest thing is, like, after that turnover, we just went back right to the huddle, and Gabby came up with a huge defensive stop for us.
And that was the game that, you know, she, after the UConn, yeah, and then she talked about that. And, you know, the way she talked about it, she remember, you know, and that's what make it cool. That's when you know a person love ball. You know, they love to ball. That's all they care about. On and off the court, you ball. When you go to on the court, you're going to ball. When you off the court, you don't use victimhood card or race card. You put in the work, Mamba mentality. You can be a better baller. And that's what I love about Caitlin Clark. I noticed the video a little bit long, villagers, but I have a lot I wanted to talk about, you know, and I'm sorry that it took so long. But if you like our content, if you're a fan of Caitlin Clark, like always, comment, like, share, and subscribe, and be a part of our growing community. I really appreciate you guys. And, you know, let me know what you guys think about this whole hatred toward Caitlin Clark, because in my opinion, it's not cool, but I would like to hear what you have to say, because this is an open channel for conversations. I can be an idiot in your view, and, you know, you can be an idiot in my views, but at the end of the day, we should have conversations, right? Before I let you go, villagers, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and most importantly, we have to take care of our health. Until next time.